just a fraud. Wherever he go, he is one of them. When he sit with the Jews, he says, he said, bring me the Torah. They brought the Torah. He says, I believe in thee and the one who sent thee. But later he says the Torah, or he claimed that the Torah, they play with it. So how he say, I believe in thee? He is a hypocrite man. He have no God, he have no religion, he have no ethic, he have no value. He is just a fraud. Now, if this is all is alone is not enough to prove to you that Muhammad is worshiping the God of the moon, then you need to explain to me the following. The pagan before the Arab, they kiss black stone, and that black stone is a stone which is resemble the women private part, which is resembling the god of fertility, which is the moon god. If we go in the hadith, we will find the following. Let us find it. All right. Let us say that Muhammad had nothing to do with the pagan before him. He is just a person who believe in the same God of Abraham, blah, 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 blah. Then we find Muhammad saying and doing that touching a black stone and the Yemeni corner erases sin. Is that the made of a Christian prince, or this is what the Muslims believe? The Muslims until now, they kiss the black stone and they touch it and they cry when they touch it. Allah forgive me. And not only that, Muhammad, he claimed that the black stone was whiter than milk, and then the sin of mankind made it black. How that can be? Because Muhammad is a follower of a cult which is believed that you get black by committing sin. The reason for people to be black is committing sin according to Islam. If you remember, Muhammad, he made a hadith. Let me try to find it. If somebody have it posted already in the where Muhammad, he hit the shoulder of Adam, and from the left shoulder he created the black people, and he decided they will go to hell, and from the right shoulder he hit it and he created the white people, and they will go to heaven, because Islam is based on racism. It's a cult with no respect whatsoever, with no value. Let me see if I can find the hadith. If somebody have it, please post a link. Okay, here we go. Somebody posted for us. Thank you, Phil. Let us see if we can open it. For some reason it's not opening with me here. Let me see. Here we go. We have it open. It opened with Firefox, not with Google. Narrated, Allah Messenger said, Adam, when Allah created Adam, when he had to create him, he struck his right shoulder, and there emitted from it white offspring, as if it were white ants. He struck his left shoulder, and there emitted from it the black offspring, as if it were charcoal. Then he said to those who they have been emitted from the right shoulder, which means the white, for paradise, and I do not mind. And then he said to those who emitted from the left shoulder, they are for hell, and I don't mind. That is a pagan practice and pagan belief. Those those who created this religion, they are white people, and they believe that being a black is because you did something wrong, you did something bad. So Muhammad, as a fraud, he took this false belief, because there's no difference between the black and white. There's white criminals, there's black criminals, there's white good people, there's Asian good people, there's bad people, there's everywhere. This is color have nothing to do with this. But as you see, Muhammad saying that Allah, he decided that those who they are black will go to hell, and those who they are white, they will go to heaven. This is from the belief of the Sabians. Having such a color, for them it's a curse. You are punished. So Muhammad is nothing but a fraud, and he is a pagan again, believing in stones, believing in false fictions, and he was a Sabian. And Muhammad went farther to believe that the stones can erase your sin. Why? Because he is just copying the belief before him. He is not coming with something new. This is not a new religion. The Kaaba is from before, the black stone is from before, and the Arab, they used to kiss it, and they used to lick it, and they used to go totally naked around the Kaaba. Now why they are going naked? Because they are worshiping the moon god. What does that mean? The black stone was not just a stone. It was the machine of fertility. It is God's tool on earth. If you want to have fertility, if you are a female, you are not getting a child, you have to go and walk around the Kaaba totally naked, and then you touch the black stone after touching your private part when you are in your period. So your hand will be full of blood, and then you place your hand in the front or inside the black stone, praying to Allah, and then you will have a baby. Did you ask yourself why the Arab are going around the Kaaba naked? What is the religion there? What is religion which is required to go naked? Who are those people who go naked? And the most funny thing is that Muhammad, he did not forbid people to go naked until the last year of his life. So Muhammad now, he took control of the Kaaba, but yet he don't have a problem with people going naked around the Kaaba. In the chapter of the Tawbah, which is the last chapter in the Quran by revelation supposedly, Muhammad, he says the idolaters, they cannot go around the Kaaba no more. We have it exclusive now for us. And then nobody go around the Kaaba naked no more. So Muhammad, he did not find that going naked around the house of Allah is an insult to Islam. No. And he was enjoying it. Actually, if you have my book Sex and Allah, you will find that Muhammad, the reason for him to forbid people from going naked, because he saw a woman and she was going naked, and he wanted to marry her. He wanted to be, not to marry her, to sleep with her. He wanted to be his joy. She was going around the Kaaba singing a song, and she is totally naked. And the story in my book. So now we need to ask ourselves many questions. People going around the Kaaba naked. What is that religion? That is the moon god religion. Now we go to different place. We are not done. I mean, there is English proofs. Muhammad, he saw a bunch of genie, and those genie they converted to Islam. They converted to Islam. Yes, brother. And guess what? Those genie, they are coming from Al-Mosul in Iraq. They are coming from the territory of Haran, the Sabian. Those are Sabian genie. They are Muslims already, but now they believe in the Quran. They believe in Allah. According to the story in front of us, and this is the interpretation of Al-Qurtubi, and this is the official government website of the Kingdom of Jordan. Muhammad, he met with the 12,000 genie, which is a stupid story. Only kids can believe in such a story. And then he did recite for them the Quran. Some interpretation, they say they were 9. Doesn't matter how many they are, but they are coming from Iraq, from the Sabian territory. And they, when they heard the Quran, they say this is the prophet of Allah which we are waiting for, and this is the book of Allah. If we go in the Quran, where we can find this? There's a chapter, it's called the chapter of genie in the Quran, chapter number 72. And the Muslim, they fear this chapter a lot. Genie, fictions, and cave time belief. Say, O Muhammad, it is revealed into me that a company of the jinn gave ear, and they said, Lu, we have heard marvelous Quran. The genie are waiting for Muhammad too. And they announce that Muhammad must be the prophet. And they say, which guide us into righteousness. So believe in it. And we ascribe no partner to our Lord. Who is your Lord? The Lord of the genie. Then the crazy stories continue. Anyone have a question? Anyone have a question? Nobody. Okay. If we try to find, let me see if I can find you the reference. You know, we are limited sometime because not everything we want is translated to English. The Messenger of Allah said, the black stone descended from the paradise, and it was more white than milk, and then it was blackened by the sin of the children of Adam. So sin make white black. That is the conclusion. Sin make white black. However, we have a solution. Believe in Muhammad, that will make you white. How we find that? If we go in the Quran, we find this in many places. Actually, this is just one verse here. In the D, there's no sum. This is a false translation. There's no sum. When faces will be whitened and faces will be blackened. So Muhammad, not only he is saying that sin make you black, Muhammad have a solution. If you convert to my religion, even if you are black now, Allah will make you white again. If you go to chapter 27, verse number 82, there's a beast, it's called a jassasa. This beast is going to come from the ground, and this is again from the belief of the pagan, the moon worshippers, that the moon god will send a beast, and that beast is going to teach that you should worship this god, which is called in chapter 36 Yasin. Yasin. Who is Yasin? The moon god. Go right now and search. And the funny, the Muslim, they say to you, Allah knows best what he meant by that. Ya is a word mean God. Sin is the moon god. It's just another name. There's many names for the moon god. La, Sin. Even some they believe the Baal himself is the moon god. So when you say to me you have a theory, that is very stupid. This is not a theory. Have you ever heard of a god? He says something, and why Yasin is exist there? I mean, what the point of this? The Muslim, because of their confusion, some they say, oh, this is Yasin is a mean human. What mean human? In which language? They say Aramaic. If we change the interpretation from Al-Jalalain to Ibn Abbas, I'm limited here with the English translation. You want translated in English. And from the narration of the authority of Ibn Abbas, he said, upon the interpretation saying the Creator glorified is mentioned, Yasin. Yasin, he says, Yasin, O human being, in the Syriac language. Do you see it? So they admitted this is Syriac language, but they are saying that it's mean human. That's stupid. You can go and search it. What Yasin, a human? This is false. Ya is a word mean God in the Syriac, and Sin is the moon god. So the Muslim, they're trying to find out, okay, what does this mean? They agree that this is something they copy from the Sabian. Sin is the moon god. Every territory they have the moon god. They worship the moon god. There's two groups in the world at that time. Let us say bigger group. Some they worship the sun god, which is in Europe, because they have cold weather there, and some who worship the moon god because he is the nice god who bring romance. He's not the one who killed the grass, bring a dry weather where our cattle will die suffer from thirst. So those who live in Europe or in cold area, they worship the sun god. The Muslims themselves, they say to you, do you know that the Christians, they pray in Sunday? Do you know why it's called Sunday? Because this was a pagan day. So for us, we replaced worshiping the sun by worshiping the true God. It was called Sunday. So worshiping the sun and worshiping the moon was two major religions. And we showed you in the Quran how Abraham, he worshipped the sun and he called it Akbar. And I believe strongly that when Muhammad, he says Allahu Akbar, he is merging between the two gods, the God Akbar and the God of the moon. Make them one God. If you ask a Muslim, what do you believe? He says to you, Tawheed. Do you know what Tawheed mean? Tawheed mean unification. So how Allah is one, but you believe in Tawheed? Do you understand me, guys? If you believe in oneness of God, you don't believe in Tawheed. It's a stupid statement. Tawheed in Arabic mean unification, to unite things. If Allah is one, how you can believe in Tawheed? Are we following, people? Anyone don't understand? If you believe in Tawheed, you are not a Muslim, because Tawheed means unification. How you unify the one? The Muslim, they say to you, I'm going to show you a verse the Muslim always use. They say always to you this verse, which again prove that Islam is nothing but a Sabi and cult. قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ اللَّهُ الصَّمَدُ. As-Samad is an Aramaic word. Ahad is an Aramaic word. You notice here, if we take this word Ahad and look how the fiction and the lies appear. Anyone notice where the word appear here in the screen in Arabic? Who notice where the word appear again in the same chapter? Anyone notice? This is the word Ahad. You don't need to speak Arabic. Look, just look at the how the word look like. Tell me, do you see it in other location? The same word? Does it appear again? What do you think? In the same verse, the same chapter. This is the word Ahad. Where is the word Ahad appear again? Anyone see it? Here. Do you see it? But look, the Muslim here translate the word Ahad. Allah is the one. That's false. Look what they translate the word Ahad here, and none compare it to him. They translate that Ahad is none. That's false translation. Let us change the translator just to show you the hypocrisy and the deception they used when they translate. This is the translation of dchild. Let us see Yusuf Ali. Here he said none too. Let us see another translator. Halali and Khan. All of them, they are translating the word Ahad as none. But let us see how we can get them busted, shall we? I will copy the word Ahad in the front of your eyes. Copy. And I will paste it in the search engine of the Quran. In the front of your eyes. Here we go. The same exact word. And let us see how the translation change. All those verses showing the word Ahad. I will choose a verse which is small, short, so it's easy to figure out. Let us see. Here we go. Chapter 20, chapter 2, verse number 285. It says here, وَلَا نُفَرِّقُ بَيْنَ أَحَدٍ مِّن رُسُلِهِ. Okay, translation. And we do not distinguish between any. You see what Ahad is? Any of. Ahad does not mean one. Ahad mean one of. Do you see it? The same word appeared tens of times in the Quran, and all the translation it's coming as one off, one off, one off. Only in that verse they play the dirty game. Chapter 3 verse 153. Read it. One off. Paid no heed to anyone. One off. Anyone here is none of. Anyone, which means one of many. But he is here saying none. None of them. Anyone. He did not do that to anyone. So Ahad have nothing to do with the word one. It's a false fiction lie. The word wahid is one. Ahad is one of. And all the Quran prove me right. From the first page to the last page. All those verses we see in the front of us saying the same. Chapter 9 verse number 84. Translation. And never Muhammad pray to one of them. This is Ahad. You see it? This is Ahad. One of. So if Allah saying say he is one of, he's not saying he is one. If we go back to the verse just to love more, it says he is a samad. A samad is a collection. You can ask anyone who speak Arabic, ask him, do your child have a masmuda? Masmuda is, or like, you know, where you collect money, like you make it like something from mud, and you make a hole in it, you dry it, and then you collect your coins inside, and then this is your savings. So that for kids they do it in the, like in many places. So you put your money there, so you guarantee you will not take it unless you will break that thing, and that thing costs you good money to make it. So this is what samad mean. It's a collective. It's a collection of things. So how Allah he is one? It's what the verse saying. Allah is one of collection, not one God. And we are not done, are we? We are not. Look at this. Allah in the Quran, he said, additional that he have no children. Allah don't have a children. The daughter of Allah, Allah don't like them. And look at the stupid statement in the Quran about the daughters of Allah. Why Allah he don't like to have daughters? You will not believe the stupid verse in front of you. Allah said to the Arab, or he Allah he have only daughters and you have sons. So Muhammad disliked that God Allah he have daughters only. This is showing you that Muhammad is the one who is a revolutionary against women. He was the first of the Arab to hate women. So the Arab, they used to worship women. It's in the front of you. Allat and Al-Uzza and Manat, 3 women. They are their goddess. Muhammad God, according to Muhammad, he reject that. He's saying what? You for you the boys and for me the girls? Have you ever heard of a stupid logic? Imagine you are saying that, hey Christian Prince, you have daughters, and then I say to you, no, hello. So what? You take the daughters, you give me the daughters, you take the boys? That is the logic of the God of Islam. In different verse, Muhammad he claimed that they made even the angels females. And the funny Muhammad he says, oh, the Arab, when they hear that they have a daughter giving the wife giving birth for a daughter, they get upset and their face turn black. They have a supposedly a bad day, but this is again a racist comment. But he is the one who's complaining. He is saying what? For you the male and for me the female. If you go just a few verses down, just to show you how Muhammad he get himself busted. The same chapter 43 verse, we are reading verse number 17. We go just a little bit, chapter 19. And they make the angels who themselves are slaves to the most beneficent Allah females. So how the Arab they get upset from having a female daughter, yet they are worshiping angels, they are females. Do you understand, guys? As you see, the Arab are not against women. Muhammad, he is the maniac who start speaking against women. Yesterday we made a video, you can go watch it. Muhammad, he called women dogs, he called them filthy, he called them the most inhabitant of the hellfire, they called them not half a brain, he called them they have deficiency in their brain and their religion. I mean, all kind of things. There's a guy, he says, you want to debate me, why you don't call me my friend? You want to debate me by what? Call me. You stay in the text saying I want to debate you and I'm going to expose you. Call me. You are a hero, but yet you don't want to call us. So how you will expose me? We need you, my friend. Allah need you. Allah himself, he need you. Isn't it the Quran says قاتلوهم يعذبهم الله بأيديكم? Your God Allah is in disability. He cannot fight me. So he asked the Muslims to fight me. That is the pagan God. Can Allah punish me? No. So he asked the Muslims to punish those who against Allah. Fight against them, kill them, so that Allah will punish them by your hands. Do you see it? Allah cannot punish anyone. You need a bunch of terrorists to go after somebody and they kill him, and this is the punishment of Allah. Allah is a fake God, is a potato God, fiction God. He cannot do anything by himself. He needs Osama bin Laden so he can punish you, which means Osama bin Laden is more powerful than Allah. Now who is there still he don't believe that Allah is the moon God? Ah, I forgot to mention this one too. I mean, there's many. Who is the one in control? It's God. And God is telling us that the moon he have houses. And the moon we have measured for it mansions. Mansions? Yeah, this is what the Sabian they believe. The Sabian, the Muslims, they share one thing, the same God. They have the same fasting Ramadan. The Sabian they fast in a city and they receive the new moon in the new city. This is exactly Islam. The Muslims they fast when they see the moon. But why the moon? I mean, and why it have to be the crescent moon? If we go in the Quran, we will find the following. And here you will see how many false translation you will witness. The month of Ramadan, which was revealed the Quran, this is the first lie. The month of Ramadan is not exist. It is Shahru Ramadan. The word Shahr, even in Hebrew, mean moon. So the moon of Ramadan, in which was revealed the Quran, it's the moon of Ramadan where the Quran is revealed. And then what? And then whoever of you sight the crescent moon. Do you see it? So when the rituals of Islam started with fasting, by sighting the crescent moon. And what is the month of Ramadan? It is the moon of Ramadan. Okay, Islam have nothing to do with moon god, Islam have nothing to do, etc. Okay, but now the most important thing is in Islam is based on the moon. We have a moon sign in the top of the mosque. We fast by seeing the crescent moon, and we have to sight the moon. It's not just a calculation of the day and we fast. No, we have to sight. So whoever of you witness sight the moon, fast. Do you see it? The word shahr is not a word now, is in the Arabic language today. The word shahr mean month. This is true, but the word shahr is a moon. Anyone who is a Muslim would like to call us so we can have a good conversation? Anyone? Now the moon god Allah, he have a funny build. The Muslim, they say to us Allah is not a man, but the fact this is a lie. Allah is a man, but he have a deficiency. Allah have two hands and both of them they are in the right side. Why Allah have two hands? Any Muslim do have an answer for that? If Allah is the God, the superior, he do not need hands. The Quran says that Allah, he built everything by his hands. Is it literally? You go on, you will see the Muslim scholars saying yes, hand is a hand, power is qudurah. So Allah, he have two hands and both of them they are right hands. That how the Arab they imagine the moon god. He is a god with two hands. Every hand have 5 fingers and both of them are right hands. Why they are right hands? Because from the left hand, according to Muhammad, if you remember, he created the evil, and because Muhammad is a racist, filthy racist, he said that the black people created from the left hand. Do you see it? This is not my statement. This is Muhammad saying that. For sure, we as a Christian, we don't believe in such a garbage. Black people, they are wonderful. There's bad and good everywhere. So Allah have two right hands because from the right hands is the white people. And the white people in Islam are the good ones. And here we go back to remember something we did not mention. According to the Quran, we mentioned to you that there is a beast will come, right? It's called a Jassasa. But we did not tell you the whole story. In chapter 3 verse number 106 it says the day where Allah he will make faces black and faces white, but there is no explanation here. If we go to Ibn Kathir, We go to chapter 27, verse number 82. And again, this is Ibn Kathir, not Christian Prince, saying that, because the Muslim, they say to you, oh, he's lying. You see, everything I say, I'm showing it in the screen. Muhammad, he claimed that there's 10 miracles. They will the judgment day will not happen unless those things happen. And those, by the way, this prophecy proven Muhammad to be a false prophet, because according to Muhammad, this is the orders of the sun of the things will happen. The sun will appear from the west. And why Muhammad saying the sun will appear from the west? Because Muhammad, he believed that the sun every day traveled from the east to the west. Every day. To pay a tribute to the moon god and go under the throne of the moon. Here you will notice Muhammad saying the following: a beast will emerge from the earth, and this is Quran now. Interpretation. And with it will be the staff of Moses and the ring of Solomon. Muslims believe in the ring of Harry Potter, that there's a ring was with Solomon, and he was controlling all mankind and genie. The whole world is under his control by a ring, magical ring. And this beast will strike the nose of the disbeliever with the staff, and will make the face of the believer bright with the ring. Actually, it's not bright, it's white, and later we will show you. And the same with the staff of Moses, and he will make him black. Let us read here together. It will strike the nose of the disbeliever with the ring, and it will make his face believer bright with the staff, until the people will gather together. They will say one to another, oh believer, disbeliever, which means people will recognize each other from their face, their color. If you are a bad person, Allah will make you black. If you are a good person, Allah will make you white. Now here you see, even though they are saying make you bright, but look, the liar translator, he could not hide it. There will be no believer left without making a white spot in his face, which will spread until his face is shining white. And this is why the Muslims, they love the moon, because the moon is white. There's a video of a sheikh, he is crying, that a guy, he went, and when he was walking at night, he looked at the moon, he saw the prophet. He looked at the moon and he looked at the prophet. He looked at the moon and he looked at the prophet. He looked at the moon. You watch it, you will die laughing. I wish I can play it. And there's a music in the background, and this guy is so emotional. The guy, he looked at the moon, he looked at the prophet. He looked at the moon, he looked at the prophet. He looked at the moon, he looked at the prophet, and the prophet's face was more white and shiny than the moon. Madness. They worship white color. Their God is white, their prophet is white, and Islam is made for the white. And we showed you the proofs that Allah, he created the one who will go to heaven. They are white. If you remember before, we showed you where Muhammad, he promised the Muslim men they will have women, right, in the heaven. I know what happened to this website. Those women, they are called hur. Do you know what hur mean? The Muslim, they say to you, hur black, I mean black eye. That's false. Hur is coming from see-through. See through. When a person is so white, you can see the veins under his skin. The more your skin is darker, you don't see that. So Muhammad, he promised them women who they are hur, which mean they are extremely white. And if you don't believe me, here we go, it's in front of you. This is the Muslim translation, and this is Sahih al-Bukhari, the most authentic book after the Quran for the Muslims. They are so beautiful, pure. Do you see the word pure? Pure in what? Pure in the look, transparent. You can see the marrow of the bones of their legs. Do you see it? Do you see it? Christian Prince refused my call. You're a liar. Nobody call me. My Skype is open, and if you call me, people will hear the ring. I have 0 call. Anyone now can call me, and people will hear the ring of the caller. You're a liar. So, you know, like today I changed my topic. I was going to talk about women, but because of this, so let us make it simple. The translation of the Bible using the word Allah, it's a false translation. The translation of the Bible in Indonesian, it's a false translation. You will find that the translation for the Bible in only in countries which is ruled by Muslims, they are using the word Allah. Did you ask yourself why? Do you understand what I'm saying? Which means this is not exist in the original Bible. It is a stupid translation. And translation can be done by, you know, done by people. Like the Muslim, they say to you, oh, you have many versions of the Bible. Those are translation, you idiot. This is not different Bible. This is a translation. I can translate a Bible now, print it. I can call it a translation of Christian Prince. But doesn't mean that this is a new Bible. It's translation. It can be accurate. It can be good. It can be bad. The same as you Muslim, you have translation of Yusuf Ali, Muhammad Biktal, etc., etc. And then you say to us, oh, we agree only with the Arabic Quran. Well, I agree only with the Hebrew and the Aramaic Bible and the Greek. Anything else is a translation. So you don't bring to me a translation to say, oh, Arab Christian in the Middle East, they are using the word Allah. They are under the occupation of Muslims for the last 1400 years. And who dare to say that Allah is not God there? Try it. In the Middle East, if you speak against a president or a prince, you and your family disappear. So imagine if you say that against a prophet like Muhammad, criminal, or Allah. Are you getting the point? So when they say that to you, oh, so how come the Arab Christian they use the word Allah? We'll tell them, then how some Christian prince he says Allah is the devil. I don't pray to Allah. Allah is a pagan god. If we are the Muslims, okay, the Muslims they say that Christians and Muslims they have the same God. Oh, hold on. Here we go, the hadith in front of you, a great example that you are speaking false. Christians, did Jesus promise us in heaven to have sex with females? Are we going to have who we can see the marrow of their bones? No. Jesus said he and she, they will be the same as angels, which means in heaven there's no sex. So if we have the same God, at least we should have the same heaven. The God of Islam, not only it's a pagan God, it's a collection of gods. Muhammad is a false man. He took some from Christianity, some from the Jews, some from the Hindus. Like when the Muslim they wear the clothes of Hajj. Where is this coming from? This is a Hindu. Go right now and check how the Hindu they dress and how Muslims they dress. They shave their head. They cover one shoulder, show the other shoulder, and they wear a sheet. There's no underwear, and their sandal is the same. It have to be from one piece of leather, like something like that. Like no, so this is Hindu, black stone, the Shiva stone. Muhammadi have it, the Hindu they have it. It is not something new. Going around the building, they have it. You have it. Ramadan is from the Sabian. Ashura, Muslim, even the Muslim, they say Ashura has been taken from the Jews, according to them. So what we find that Muhammad, he took things from everybody. Is my mic making noise? I think so. Sorry for that. How Muhammad even changed fasting? Muhammad, he started fasting Ashura. Okay, what Ashura? Who want to tell us what Ashura? And then Muhammad, he learned from the Sabi and about Ramadan. He switched to Ramadan. Imagine Muhammad, he said that if you fast the day of